So, quick update, a couple of ideas around Maslow's hierarchy of needs. And it's something that I've learned about over the years and used and experienced. And probably, I think, just in my experience, one of the most misunderstood principles around personal progressive development as well. So I thought I'd give you my take on it and some ideas and some thoughts that hopefully you find interesting and some takeaways as well. So the hierarchy of needs, it's layer on layer, and what the model, Maslow's model, suggests is that as we progress through life and progress with our levels of success and achievement and fulfillment, we have different stages we need to go through. And the first one is our physiological needs. Now, if you look at what's a physiological need, well, it's water, food, sleep, safety. It's just being able to live and exist. And as we move, we've got that ticked off. Then we move into the next one, which is safety and security. Have we got a home? Have we got somewhere to go? Have we got protection? Have we got food? Can we live in a sort of normal way? And the hierarchy flows along. So I'll lay it out for you to have a look at. We have safety, security, love and belonging, then relationships, and have family, friends, colleagues, connections, community. We have love and we all need that. We all need to be have at some level some love and belonging. Then we have self-esteem, how we think we're doing. What do we think about ourselves? Are we progressing? Are we having self-confidence? Do we like what we do? Are we making a difference? And we have a self-esteem. And finally, then we have this self-actualization, which is the level we get to the peak, if you like, of the pyramid, where we self-actualize and become the person we want to be, or the person we are destined to become. And people look at this model and they say, well, look at the physiological, for example. They go, yeah, got that ticked. I'm okay. Got that sorted. Got food. Got sleep. Yeah, I'm good. I'm okay. But actually, it's not just you tick the box, it's the quality of each level you need to be considerate of as well. So if you look at just physiological needs, who watching this is getting the length and quality of sleep they need every night? Who's getting a good solid 8 hours? And it's probably not very many of us, is it? Because our sleep is interrupted because of lifestyles and other things as well. What about the quality of the food that you're eating? Who's snacking? Who's eating raw vegetables, who's eating good quality produce, who's avoiding processed foods, who's avoiding alcohol, who's actually managing and looking after that. So we can say that we tick the box for physiological, and we get some sleep, we have some food, we have water, all is good. But actually the quality of that activity is maybe not as good as it could be. So with each of these levels, you can't progress to the next one until the one beneath it is completed and satisfied. And whilst we might think that our physiological needs are being met, and at one level they are, on a superficial level they probably are, but when you dig into it, then you realize actually maybe lifestyle, health, food, sleep patterns, whatever it is, are not as good as they could be. Now, when you get that to a highest level it can be, then you're into safety and security, your property, your environment. But yeah, I've got a house, I've got a flat, I've got an apartment. Oh, great, that's good. But what about the quality of your safety and security? What about the quality of your property? Is it warm and safe and secure? Is it neat and tidy? Is it full of junk? Does it need decorating? What does it need? What quality? If I walked in, and we did this in the cottage, we're renovating the cottage, and we did it up, we finished the renovation, we asked somebody to come in and have a look at it and see what they noticed. And it was like, everything. There was loose wires here, unfinished bit of wood over there, a bit of lots of little things we just took for granted we hadn't noticed. So if you've got somebody to look at your house, your property, whatever it is, what would they find? Are there some gaps? Are there some things that really need to be improved or made better? So your safety and security level can then be at a higher grade. Then you can move forwards to love and belonging. And again, this is something that we all need. And Linda and I have been together for 45 years. So on one level, our relationship, our love and belonging, very, very strong. We have two fabulous sons, we have grandchildren, and lots of things going on, which is all good. So we can sort of tick that box. But then you sort of think, well, how many friends do we have? Who can do this? How many close friends have you got? Especially for the guys and the girls as well, but the guys. How many close friends have you got? Can you count them on one hand or maybe one finger? And if I think about the friends I've got, close friends that I've got, it's probably about three, two or three, maybe. That's what it really is. There are people in my network, or my friend from years ago that I should have kept in touch with, or maybe should resurrect the relationship or the friendship? Who do you need to email? Who do you need to find on Facebook? Can you develop this love and belong in this community to a stronger, higher level? Because although you may have solid relationships, maybe if you look at the audit, maybe you can do more with it. What's the quality of your relationship with your partner? Husband, wife, partner, whatever the relationship is, what's the quality of it? How much time have you spent really on improving that and working on it? And I mean, obviously, Lynn's very fortunate to have me, obviously, but it takes work. It does take work. Relationships go through different stages, and it's okay saying you've got a relationship, but what about the quality of that relationship with your other significant other, with your parents, with your siblings? I'm an only one of two only ones. We don't have all this sort of family stuff going on. So I'm quite fortunate to an extent. But who do you need to reach out to? So just check on the love and belonging. And then the self-esteem. What are you contributing? Now, if you get the first three right, and you're doing something that you love, you're adding value, you're doing things that you really enjoy doing, your self-esteem will improve and increase. But how can you have a louder voice? How can you make a bigger difference? Are you playing at the highest level you can play at? And do you have that 100% self-esteem, or is it only running at about 50%? So just check on that. Now, the key thing here, of course, the self-actualization is the peak of this pyramid. And in my experience, you can't help that. That is a consequence of the other four being satisfied at the very highest level, because the self-actualization is living your destiny. It's doing what you're always born to do, is what you're good at, what you're gifted at, making a difference. And you can't choose that, sort of. It chooses you. If all the other layers are at the highest order, then it chooses you. It's sort of a natural place for you to fall into. And when people say they want to self-actualize, well, you can't just self-actualize. You have to be able to do the other things first. So that's how Maslow's hierarchy works. Whether they're needs, I'm not sure about is need the right term for them. There's certainly stages and there's steps of our development, but let's have a quick look through these different layers and see. And if you're struggling to break through to love and belonging, or you're struggling to break through to self-esteem, check the rest of the layers and have a look. What gaps have you got? Be really harsh with yourself. Do a bit of an audit. Have a look. Who do you need to reach out to? What's the quality of your safety and security? Are you sleeping well? What do you need to do about that? What's your fitness regime? What's your alcohol intake? Are you smoking too much? What's your lifestyle choices you're making that are tripping you up on the rest of the hierarchy? So there we go. Quick take on Maslow's hierarchy. Do an audit. Be tough. Get somebody else to look at it with you. And once you get the first four at a very high level, this sort of self-actualization, you can't stop. It happens. You just become the person making the difference, having the influence and all the success and achievement that you want, because you're doing the other things right. So the self-actualization is a consequence of the other four levels, not the way around. So there we go. Quick updates on Maslow's hierarchy. Hope that was interesting, and I hope it made sense. Drop some comments below. What's your thoughts? What's your take on it? And I look forward to your comments and seeing you soon. Bye for now.